Hello, my name is Lisa, and I'd like to tell you about the first days of the war. 2 days before the war started, I had a conversation with my grandpa. He told me, calm down, there will be no war. Deep inside, I really thought that this can happen. Just can.
I was walking at 5 a.m. by explosion in Kiev.
My dad came to my room and said that the war has started, Kiev is being bombarded.
My friend called me and said, war begun. Wake up and find the safe place.
I woke up from my telephone. It's my grandpa calling me. I just realized that this happened.
I called my sister, woke her up and asked to come. Then I packed things into my backpack with thought, without what item I will not able to survive. And the most important, place my cat into a cat carrier. Everything else can be bought. The hardest thing was to call my mom in order to wake her up and tell this news, not cry, to calm down my mom.
I spent the first night since the beginning of the war in a shelter.
It started happening so fast, so extremely fast.
It was extremely exhausting both mentally and emotionally.
I don't know why, but I had my juice so hard. I was just so stressed and so intense.
On the subway station, I saw that it was full of people because it is actually a bomb shelter. People were sleeping there, kids were watching cartoons on their phones, people were with their pets.
We spent all night sitting in the corridor outside of the apartment. I remember so good how the sun rised, and I just thought, wow, we did it. we make it. We made it through this night, and sun rised, and we're alive. Not everyone made it through that night and all other nights.
My first call at work was in line in front of the ATM because I needed to withdraw money. I had a small 25 minutes call, and actually I was standing in this line for 1.5 hours, and all this time I was trying to get what to do because I didn't know what to do actually.
So we decided to went out.
Firstly, I wasn't moving to a safe place. I was going to office to take my laptop because I would be unable to work without it.
Each third passerby was with his suitcase.
It was really special feeling to see that people leaving their homes without any idea if they can get back.
I packed all things that I saw in a car in an hour and just left my home.
It was 7 a.m. and the traffic was already heavy.
I evacuated my family to a safe place by car and also helped a stranger get to the railway station.
On our way, I saw people going along the road with no destination point, no transport. I saw military equipment going towards my city, planes and fires.
At that moment, I just felt that someone came to my home, my streets. Get off us, go home.
We were leaving for western Ukraine and we got into an accident. We crashed into another car, but the driver just wished us a safe road and left. Volunteers helped us. I spent that night in a shelter for refugees, just a bed in a room with other 20 beds. It seemed like the coziest place in the world. Now I'm in France. I'm in a safe place, but the war didn't end. I saw news with videos with tanks passing near my house, with parts of rocket line on the road, where I usually walked a dog. When I will be able to see my dad or my boyfriend who are staying in Ukraine.
My mom called me and said, father was drafted to the military service. He is serving as a captain of Ukrainian military forces.
My brother, he is in army. I'm very proud of him. Is a truly hero.
2 of my parents' shops were robbed by Russian military.
Our relatives had managed to escape Kramatorsk the day before the Russian missile strike on the city train station, a hit that killed more than 50 people.
What about good news? My friend from Mariupol is still alive. She was taken to Russia past a filtration camp. It's a place where they check how pro-Ukrainian you are.
I was always a little bit not happy about paying taxes. I felt like this is something that they steal from me. And I didn't this feeling anymore.
All this time, my family has been doing volunteer work, helping the war effort, sewing tourniquets for the armed forces of Ukraine.
Since we have left the Kyiv until now, it's a new reality where you have to work, you have to volunteer, you have to speak with your friends trying to evacuate their families from Mariupol.
It was very difficult to hear sounds of splashes, bombs. It was difficult to cope with this because it pressed on us. We didn't feel safe.
At the same time, I realized how strong and dedicated our company. Yulia, Victor, Yuri, Olena, and many others. They did everything to make sure that we are at a safe place.
War began on 24th of February, but this day is still going on. Ukraine will win, and I will come back to my independent, brave country.